Gaming PCs have gotten so expensive, but how much do you really need to spend? So I decided to build a gaming PC with a $250, $500, and even $1,000 budget to see how different they really are. Starting off with the cheapest gaming PC first, which is $250. It honestly looks like it costs way more than $250, but trust me, I have the entire price breakdown. It's been a while since this PC has been used though, so let's make sure it still turns on and instantly boots up. And now even with the RGB on, I think it makes it look way more expensive than $250. And this just goes to show why building a custom gaming PC is so good. But trust me, I did not cheap out on the specs and performance of this gaming PC either. So this entire gaming PC is all inside of a used Rosewell Spectra 100D gaming PC case. And the reason I went for this is because it only cost $40 on eBay, which is already a good deal, of course, used. But the most important part about it is this fan and all three of these 120mm fans on the front all come pre-installed with this gaming PC case. So you're getting the gaming PC and pretty much all the cooling except the CPU cooler all in one for only $40 used on eBay. That's an amazing deal. But I know the main part you guys actually care about are the real specs of this gaming PC and the performance, FPS, and everything. So what is actually inside of this gaming PC? When I built this gaming PC, I was on an extreme budget, so a lot of the parts I got in here are actually used and refurbished, but they all work perfectly fine. And if you're on a tight budget, that's kind of what you need to do. So for the motherboard, it's actually the A320, and it is a refurbished one I did buy on eBay for only $50, which is a pretty good deal. With this gaming PC being so cheap, I did know I was gonna have to play games on low settings, and games that I play like Fortnite and Valorant are actually very CPU dependent if you're gaming on low settings. So I wanted to make sure I had a 6-core CPU, which is why I went with the Ryzen 5 2600 for only $35 on eBay again. Obviously, you could get a better budget CPU if you really had more money, but I wanted an extreme budget here, so that's gonna have to do. However, since I bought the CPU used on eBay, they actually didn't give me like the stock AMD cooler, so I did have to buy this Thermalright one I found on Amazon for like $18. The RGB seems to like not be working on it now, but I mean the fan is still spinning, so that's all that I really care about. You guys already know how expensive RAM is though, so honestly I got lucky. I found 16 gigabytes of RAM for only $40 on eBay used again. When I built the PC, the RAM prices were a little bit cheaper than they are right now, but if you're trying to build a budget PC, I highly recommend buying RAM used because the new RAM prices are literally insane and you're just gonna be spending so much money. And with the RAM prices, SSD prices have also gone up quite a bit. Inside of the gaming PC right now, I have a 1TB SSD just because that's like what I use to like test games when I'm making videos. But I did build this gaming PC with a 256GB SSD, which was only $25. Way cheaper than a 1TB SSD, but of course, if you wanted to actually like use a gaming PC for streaming and recording, you probably would need to like get more than 256 gigabytes of storage. But hey, you're building a $250 gaming PC, there's a lot of limitations to it for sure. Before I get to the graphics card, the very last thing I did buy was a 500-watt power supply off of Amazon for $40. It is a non-modular one, but to be honest, I didn't really care. This just does the job. However, my favorite deal that I actually came across is the graphics card, which looks pretty big, and as you guys can see, it actually looks pretty powerful. And that's because it is actually decently powerful since it is the GTX 1060, and I was able to find it for only $40 used on eBay. I have searched around and you can still find deals like that, especially on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, to be honest, everything in this gaming PC is used, and that's literally the only way to build a gaming PC that looks somewhat like good at this price point, because if you're buying new parts, you probably can't even buy a new graphics card in a $250 budget. But now though, it's time to see why why this $250 gaming PC is so good. I am honestly shocked I was able to build a gaming PC that looks this good for only $250. But the most important part is how it performs. So first, I decided to test it out with a benchmark. And it looks like user benchmark is saying we're missing a GPU, even though it clearly is right over there. But we can still get a pretty good idea of the used parts inside of the PC. So the AMD Ryzen 5 2600 seems to be performing above expectations, which is amazing to hear. And it puts it in the 89th percentile overall, which is really, really good. Our SSD is good. And then also our RAM that I bought used seems to be performing way above expectations. So honestly, I think this gaming PC looks pretty good. It didn't give us a full accurate rating, but to really see how it performs, we need to, of course, get into a game. And as you guys can see, I now have the PC fully set up and it's literally getting 200 FPS. And this is only a $250 gaming PC, which looks amazing, especially with my Elevate Culture gaming mouse pad. But like I was saying, these are the Fortnite settings that we are running: 1080p, very normal performance mode, and of course, everything on all low. I'm honestly shocked with the performance of this $250 gaming PC. The fact that it was getting 200 FPS when I'm standing still and then like 150 FPS. And as I'm testing it out, it feels very, very smooth. Like, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of input delay. I do have 50 ping, but that is not the PC's fault. That's just my connection to the server. However, the FPS is very consistent. And the main thing I was pointing out earlier actually is, since we are on low settings and we are playing a game like Fortnite right now, it is more of a CPU dependent game, which is why we're using about 70% of the CPU, but only 40% of the GPU. So that is definitely something to keep in mind, depending on the type of games that you're playing. If you actually play like more intense games like Call of Duty, then you might be using more of the GPU, but I'll actually be able to test that by going on to higher settings. However, on Fortnite, 40 degrees for the CPU is absolutely amazing, and it seems to be working fine even though the fan is literally off. And I mean, the GPU temp is amazing as well. So yeah, as a max FPS, the $250 gaming PC is able to get around 200 FPS exactly. But now to test out the higher settings and see just how good the graphics card is, I'm gonna be going on DirectX 12, where we can really start pushing it. Okay, so I've restarted Fortnite a few times, and it seems like, I don't know if the PC is having issues or Fortnite, but it literally like will say DX12, but it's not putting me in DX12. I'm still in performance mode, so I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm gonna try restarting the gaming PC to see if it fixes it, but it seems like there might be an issue with the PC or Fortnite. All right, even after restarting the PC and Fortnite multiple times, it just keeps me stuck on performance mode. So I guess it doesn't really want me to test out the graphics card that much, but we can still go in a game and see just how consistent the FPS really is. Because to be honest, most people on a $250 gaming PC are just gonna be gaming on low settings. Instead of reload, it looks like our FPS is around 200 to 300 if I'm just looking up at the air. And our CPU usage and GPU usage are actually both higher, so I wasn't expecting the GPU to be used a lot more, but it's going anywhere from 30 to 90%, and we're still in performance mode low settings. And these are the settings I would actually be gaming exactly on this PC, because you're still on 1080p, which looks pretty good, but you're able to still get anywhere from around to like 120 FPS. Sometimes it drops down to like 80, but it seems to be very, very consistent. And this is probably the main reason you actually build a gaming PC, because any gaming PC you buy for $250 would be absolutely horrible. Dead. Not only does the FPS seem to be pretty decent on here, but so do the temperatures, which are also another thing that's like really, really important, because if you have bad PC temperatures, you're going to be getting a ton of lag. But what I was saying is really good about this PC is not only is the FPS really good, but so are the temperatures, which just helps give us like better performance. Because if you have high temperatures, then you're gonna have like thermal throttling, so it doesn't seem like we're running into that at all with this PC. Come on, okay, there's someone right over here. There we go, cracked. Even after playing for a few minutes, it seems like the FPS just likes to chill around 100 to 130. It literally does not drop below that at all, so it is just extremely, extremely consistent. Oh, there's another guy over here. 27, 100. Come on, make an edit. This guy's actually a tryhard. Okay, can we kill this tryhard on this setup? And there's another guy pushing us. Nice. I think I do need to fight this. I literally have no builds. 36? I'm pushing that. You know you want to peek it. And he's running away. I'm still going to chase him. He's just healing up and playing so weird. Yo, no. Yup, easy. There we go. We're actually destroying people on a $250 gaming PC. I genuinely did not expect this. It feels so smooth to game on. The temperatures are amazing, and we're not even fully taking advantage of the PC. Like, our CPU and GPU usage are only at like 50%, which just goes to show why this gaming PC is so good. Destroy this guy real quick. Oh my, yo, we are on a killing rampage here. Oh, there's another guy here. I'm pushing this guy. Oh, here he is. 20? I think I killed this kid earlier. Oh, shoot. That's not good. That is not good. What the? Yo, what is this guy doing? 90? Oh, and we're dead. Yup. Okay, first time we die, we still have 2 respawns. Okay, I just want to see if we can push this gaming PC at all more because, dude, honestly, it's just too good. I'm going to go on the highest, like, performance mode settings you can go on. It seems like our FPS dropped by, like, maybe, like, 20, but it's still extremely consistent. For only $250, I don't think you really can build a gaming PC that's, like, better than this. This one's just like, okay, wait, why is this guy that's just spawning in landing on me? Or did he not just spawn in? Yup, easy kill. I don't know what that guy was planning to do. I have no idea what his thought process was. Oh my gosh, yo, we are actually destroying this lobby. I mean, this honestly just goes to show that you don't even need an insane gaming PC to like have a like good gaming experience and also get consistent performance. Like, oh, we just got a free kill. That's nice. But yeah, this just goes to show that you really don't need to spend a lot of money, but we definitely want to see just how much better a more expensive gaming PC actually is. Oh, this guy right here. I think this is the guy I was trying to fight earlier. Come here, bro. Yo. Oh my gosh. I'm dead. What? Okay, that did not go to plan at all. That literally did not go to plan at all. It's fine. These pizzas are gonna cook for us. 40? Oh my gosh. Okay, I only have 5 builds. I need this guy to just push my wall here. I'm so shambles here. 50? Oh, yup. Okay, honestly, I'll take a top 10. That was actually pretty good for only a $250 gaming PC. Our performance was insane the entire game. Like, the temperatures are amazing as well, and we weren't even taking like full advantage of the PC, to be honest. The $250 gaming PC seriously performed way better than I expected, but how does it compare to the other gaming PCs? So for double the price, you can have this. Honestly, it does look pretty similar, but that's simply because I had a completely different intention when building this PC. I still tried to make a gaming PC which looks pretty good, and I think it actually looks really nice with all the RGB, but obviously since I had double the amount to spend, I literally just put more money into the performance. And one of the biggest upgrades was actually the CPU, because now we have the Ryzen 5 5600, and it did come with the stock AMD cooler, which I am using. So the Ryzen 5 5600 is a 6-core CPU, and paired with the cooler, it did cost me $100 used on eBay, which I actually think is a pretty decent price, because if you buy them new, they are quite a bit more expensive. And the Ryzen 5 inside of this PC is way better than the one in the previous PC. I did also buy this gaming PC brand new. It is very similar to the previous one. It came with all 3 of these fans pre-installed, and this one over here, however, this time it was $60 instead of $40 on the previous one since it was used. So that is a little bit of extra money you could save if you just wanted to buy one used. One thing I don't think was really needed was the motherboard upgrade. I got a B550M, which was $90, and honestly, for a PC at this price point, I don't really think you need it, because that does kind of eat up like a 1/5 of the budget, and I would actually recommend going for a cheaper motherboard. But hey, that's what I ended up using inside of this PC build, and I do think it definitely looks a lot better than the A520 and the other one. When I built this gaming PC, RAM was more expensive, so I didn't even get RGB RAM, and it is still 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, which I did buy used for $80, and it literally is just like ugly black ones. Like, it doesn't even have any RGB, doesn't look like gaming RAM or anything at all. RAM is just so expensive. That's why it's hard to buy gaming PCs or build gaming PCs at a good price point. But hey, it's 2026, and I don't think RAM prices are going down soon. So that's kind of my only option. With the rest of my budget, I honestly didn't have much to spend on the GPU, because I also had to buy a 500-watt power supply, which is the exact same one as the previous PC. So $40 on Amazon on for this new. And then for the storage, I did also go again with a 256 gigabyte SSD. It's over here in the back, but yeah, that cost 30 bucks. So I honestly didn't have as much money as I wanted for the graphics card, but I still think I went for a pretty decent one. So inside of the $500 gaming PC, I do have the RTX 3050, which definitely should get better performance than the GTX 1060. However, I think if I kind of played around with the pricing of like other specs, I could have got a much better graphics card. However, still overall, we should be getting a lot better performance and more FPS on this gaming PC, but do we actually get double the amount of FPS since it was double the cost? This gaming PC is double the price of the first one, but is it able to get double the performance? So to test that out, I ran it through the exact same test, starting off with user benchmark. So this time user benchmark actually gave us a score, but not a really good one, because it says we have a gaming score of 29%, which is lower than I thought for the $500 gaming PC, which is just not a good sign at all. And same with our workstation. This is basically for like video editing, and desktop, this green 93% is basically just like watching YouTube videos. I assume it would be good for that. But anyways, I mean, for the parts themselves, the CPU AMD Ryzen 5 5500 seem to be performing way above expectations, but the same can't be said for the graphics card, which is obviously very, very important for gaming because it's performing below expectations. But at least on the bright side, our RAM is performing above expectations. But yeah, I care a lot about the graphics card since this is a gaming PC, and the fact that it's not really performing good isn't really the best sign, but I can't really judge it too soon. So of course, let's go and test it out in a game. And it looks like we are able to get 350 FPS almost on the $500 gaming PC, but there's actually one massive issue. And it's actually not with the FPS, because the FPS is extremely smooth. It is around, I would say, 70 to like 100 FPS higher and more consistent compared to the previous gaming PC, which is amazing. But the one thing that is way worse on this gaming PC, surprisingly, is actually the CPU temperature, because it is almost at 90 degrees, which I almost guarantee is only going to get hotter, especially when we go into a real game, which is just going to give us FPS stutters, and also means that the longevity of this PC is a little bit questionable, because this might be really frying our CPU if it's already this hot and I just loaded in. It does just use the stock AMD cooler, which is definitely something I would not recommend, especially for the like AMD Ryzen 5 we have inside of this PC. I probably should have gone for more of an upgraded cooler, not even an AIO, just like an upgraded air cooler like the previous gaming PC. So yeah, that kind of is my mistake. But I mean, performance wise, on low performance settings, I'll show you guys, we are running performance mode with all low settings, and the FPS is actually extremely consistent at like 240. So it feels amazing to game on, and our GPU usage is like 40% ish, and our CPU usage is like 50 to 70. However, this time we should be able to go on DirectX 12 and go on high settings to really test the RTX 3050. Hopefully this time when we restart, it actually works properly. So now that we are on DX12 low settings, this is harder to run compared to performance mode, so keep that in mind, but the FPS is still really, really consistent at around 100 to 150-ish. Our CPU is almost at 100 degrees though, so that definitely is not the best thing, and probably causing a few of our FPS stutters that we're gonna be getting, and our CPU usage is almost at 100% too. And it looks like our RTX 3050 is actually being pushed quite a bit as well, since that's already at 90% usage. So honestly, this is looking like maybe just barely better than the $250 gaming PC. Again, the $250 gaming PC was kind of an insane build, and just goes to show why it's so hard to beat. But after I test this out for a few minutes, I actually want to go over on high settings and see just what the limit of the $500 gaming PC actually is. Because yeah, the fact that our CPU is almost at 100 degrees and we're literally like 5 minutes into testing out this gaming PC is just like not a good sign. That just kind of is probably a reason not to use stock coolers unless you have like a $200 PC, not on a $500 one. I mean, FPS wise, the PC seems to be pretty good. It's still at like 150 FPS, which is very, very playable, and it's actually not having like that frame drops at all. So I mean, if you're just paying attention to the FPS, it actually isn't that bad at all. Okay, wait, this guy's 1 HP. Yup, I'm jumping in there. Come on, edit, bro. Yo, let me in. There we go. Finally, that guy was playing so weird. All right, there's another guy right over here. Okay, there we go. 1 HP. Wow. Okay. I mean, hey, we're still able to destroy lobbies, whether we're on a $250, $500 gaming PC. We're able to like still do pretty good here. Like, honestly, I think the main thing that this shows is why it's so good to build your own gaming PC, because honestly, you just don't get performance like this on a pre-built gaming PC. Like, it's very, very hard to, and it just goes to show why you can get such a good bang for your buck when you actually build your own gaming PC. It seems like the PC likes to sit around 150-ish FPS on DX12 all low settings, also on 1080p, and it seems to be pretty like consistent, honestly. And the only concerning part is definitely the CPU temperature, but let's actually go over here onto the quality preset. And before we go on epic, let me just turn it onto high. This is definitely going to push the GPU a lot more, and our FPS already drops to around 80-ish. So yeah, our FPS pretty much just automatically halved because we are on high settings. Honestly, the GPU usage didn't really spike up though. Like, it still seems to be around 90%. So yeah, at least it is like somewhat consistent right now. But oh, there we go. No, yo, this guy's 1 HP. Okay, wait, I actually need to lock in. But honestly, I would not game on these settings because we're only getting like 70 to 80 FPS instead of like 150. So it is a lot harder for the PC to run for sure, and it's just like not that smooth at all. Okay, this guy just went over here. Oh, and he's camping. Nice. Of course he's camping. Okay, honestly, this might not be smart, but there are some guys fighting right here. I'm just gonna third party them real quick. Oh yeah, this guy actually does not look good. Or okay, this guy actually looks kind of decent, but it's fine. Let's just push him, act confident. Yo, he's definitely healing up now. Yup, there it is. He's just fully healed up now. What the? Yo, wait, actually, I want this loot. Oh my, wait, so much loot. I just got so much loot. I don't even know where this guy went. I think he just ran away. Honestly, for a $500 gaming PC, this PC definitely is better, and it was able to get more FPS and like better performance. However, I mean, would you guys actually spend double the amount of money for this gaming PC? Let me know down below in the comments. I mean, there's literally no issues when I'm gaming with it. I just think it could have been a lot better, and we're 1 HP. Oh my gosh, no way. I did not expect to get that kill at all, but hey, we're actually still able to destroy kids. That's the main thing. Up, and there's another guy pushing us. That's amazing. Third party, classic. What the? Yo, 70? Come on. I actually have no idea what this guy's trying to do. Oh my. Yup, dead. I don't know what that guy was trying to do, but easy kill, and there's actually more people fighting over there. I actually was expecting for the CPU to already be at 100 degrees, but it seems like now it kind of did stabilize in terms of the temperature a little bit, which is good. Oh, and I'm literally so low here. Yeah, surprisingly, the CPU seems to like now actually be somewhat good. I mean, it started off pretty hot, but now it seems to be like a little bit better at least. Oh, yup, there we go. Oh my gosh, I'm like so low. I'm literally so low. I'm just gonna keep spamming this guy here. What is this guy doing? Cracked? No. Oh, and I get third partied in the back. Nice. I'm so dead. Yeah, there's no way I survived. There's no way I survived this. There's literally no way I survived this. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm so dead. Oh my, how am I alive? Literally, how am I alive right now? I'm straight up 1 HP. I'm dead. I'm dead, and oh my gosh. What? Yo, I'm 1 HP. No. Oh my gosh. Unlucky. Okay, so before we get completely eliminated, let's actually go onto full epic settings. I don't know how much more it will actually push the PC. So now that we're on epic, okay, never mind. It definitely does push the PC, because now instead of 70 FPS, it pretty much halved again, and we're only getting like 40 FPS, but at least you know it's still like playable. Like, I mean, hey, if you really wanted to game on epic settings and you didn't really care for like smooth gameplay, you actually could on the $500 gaming PC, but I just don't think it's gonna be that smooth. Okay, and this guy's, I'm so dead. I mean, hey, honestly, for a $500 gaming PC, it definitely performed better than the $250 one, but I don't think it performed twice as good. Overall, the $500 gaming PC did perform better than the $250 gaming PC, but for double the price, it wasn't really that big of a difference. Now though, it's finally time to see the $1,000 gaming PC build and find out just how much better it really is. Finally, here is the $1,000 gaming PC, which looks completely different from the previous two. And to be honest, literally everything about this gaming PC is completely different from the previous two. Probably the most obvious difference is definitely the PC case, and this is not a normal PC case by any means. It has more of a half gaming look, but also kind of more of a unique like ergonomic look, since it literally has some wood on it. But yeah, this is one of the most unique gaming cases ever, and that's literally why I bought it, but it did cost $200. But before everyone comments, because I can already see the comments, trust me, it might half be worth it. Yes, it was not the best investment I could have made for a $1,000 PC, but I just wanted to build a PC that looked really sick. So the reason I say it's kind of worth it is because I didn't just get the PC case, but literally all of the cooling with it. So this gaming PC from Deepcool called the CL6600 actually comes with both of these fans pre-installed. You also get these two over here on the front pre-installed, and on this entire massive like rectangle box is actually a 360 millimeter AIO, which is like liquid and air cooling. So this entire like AIO right over here is literally included with the PC case. So you're getting the PC case, these four fans, and the 360 millimeter AIO all for $200. So that's why I say it kind of is worth it. And I also did add a bigger fan over here on that back. This wasn't included with the PC case, but that is just like an extra 30 bucks that I did add into the PC, just so it looks not only better, but also gives us better cooling, since the specs in here are pretty good. And speaking about the specs, under the AIO header, I actually have a Ryzen 5 5600X. It did cost me $180, but for the games I play, it should be perfect for gaming on low settings when I'm playing like Fortnite or Minecraft or any games like that are like more CPU intensive on lower settings. Then moving on to the RAM, with this motherboard, you actually do have 4 RAM slots. However, I'm only using 2 because I did get 16 gigabytes of RAM. RAM is literally just so expensive. However, it does look a little bit better, and it cost me $100, and it's not even RGB. The RAM prices are just insane. I don't really know what else to say, and this was still bought used because like if I bought these new, it would cost a little bit more. So yeah, I still am buying RAM used because I'm not trying to pay the insane prices. This motherboard is the B550M. It is like from a different brand. I actually don't even really know. It cost me $100, and yeah, it's just like a basic motherboard. You could go a little bit cheaper maybe, but I think $100 for the motherboard in a $1,000 gaming PC build is actually a pretty reasonable price. Moving on to the storage, when I built this PC, I finally got a little bit more storage, a 512 gigabyte SSD. It's not in here because I'm testing this gaming PC out in this video, so I'm gonna put the 1 terabyte SSD in from earlier. But yeah, that cost me around $60, and you could buy it new for a little bit more. But yeah, actually looking at the price breakdown, it cost me $80. Memory is literally just so expensive in 2026. Since the specs are better inside of this PC, of course I had to get a little bit better than a 500 watt power supply. So I have a 750 watt one in here for like $60. I honestly don't remember the brand, but yeah, like it's just a power supply. It's not really anything special. The part you guys care about the most though is the graphics card, and I finally will say this graphics card is actually really good. However, you could go for maybe even a better graphics card if you bought one used on eBay. However, I bought this one. It's an RTX 4060 Ti, which is one of the newest graphics cards you can buy, and it did cost me $300, and that pretty much is our entire $1,000 budget. You do have so many different options for PC parts, whether you want to buy them new or used when you have a $1,000 budget. This is kind of just what I went with to kind of go with a unique looking PC that still performs pretty good. You could still build a way better performing gaming PC actually for $1,000, but still with the parts that I went with here, you guys are going to see the performance should be a lot better compared to the previous 2 PCs. But let's just go see how much better it actually is. The $1,000 gaming PC definitely looks the best and has the best specs, but how much better is it for gaming? Okay, if one thing has been clear this whole video, the more money you spend on a gaming PC, the better score you get on the benchmarks, because now we actually have a green score of 64% for the gaming, and the workstation is about the same as well. And the same goes for all the other parts inside of the PC, like our RTX 4060 Ti is performing way above expectations. Don't pay attention to the SSD because I just put that into the PCs for like YouTube videos to test. That's why it says it's 2 terabytes. But yeah, also with the RAM, it is performing as expected. Everything seems to be in the green. So of course we are gonna load up Fortnite. So I did not expect this, but it looks like we're getting the exact same performance as the other $500 gaming PC that's half the price. And I mean, even when I'm building, it literally is the exact same FPS. The only difference is now that we have a 300 360 millimeter AIO, so a much better cooler. Our CPU is like literally a third of the temperature because we're in like the 30s instead of the 90s. But if it were me, I don't really care about the CPU temperature. I care more about the FPS. So the fact that we're only getting like 200, and I say only because like honestly, it's like still good, but it's not double or even like any more compared to like the PC that we just tested, which was half the price, and it's like only 60 FPS higher than the $250 gaming PC. This is a little bit embarrassing. Trust me, the gaming PC definitely does look better, especially with my white Elevate Culture gaming mousepad that you can find down below to upgrade your own gaming setup. But yeah, on performance mode at least, this is a little bit disappointing. Just to show you guys my settings, these are what we're gaming on. Performance mode, all low settings, and we're not even on 1440p. I'm literally on 1080p like I've been on all the other PCs, and yeah, the FPS seems to be the same. So I think this really goes to show that you don't need to spend a lot of money, but where I think it's really going to be different is when we actually go into a game on DX12 and we go on high settings, because we have an RTX 4060 Ti inside of this gaming PC, which is really good and way better than the graphics cards in the previous PCs. So yeah, I think high settings, we should be getting way better performance, and that might be the only advantage of this PC, plus the aesthetics and looks. But if you're just gaming on low settings or trying to play like FPS shooter games, it honestly might be better to just get one of the cheaper PCs, because I think the only advantage of this is, yes, the looks, and maybe also like getting better performance on high settings if you're playing like a game like Call of Duty, or like we're about to do Fortnite on like max settings. Okay, honestly, this is not really a good look for the $1,000 gaming PC. This is just kind of telling me that I might have just wasted my money, because I expected the performance to be way better. I mean, it's not even, maybe it's about to hit 300 FPS. Bro, this is like getting less FPS compared to the $500 gaming PC, and it's literally double the price. Honestly, I'm just gonna game on it for a second on like low, like DX12 settings. I'll even show you guys. Oh wait, let's definitely make sure we're on full screen. Okay, now on full screen, DX12 all low settings, our FPS seems to be around 100 to 150, and we're still getting FPS stutters. So yeah, I mean, this kind of just goes to show that you really don't always need to spend a lot of money if you want a good gaming PC, because honestly, the best deal that it looks like was actually the $250 PC, and I genuinely did not expect that at all. Like, I'm honestly shocked, if I'm being honest. That's like literally the last thing I expected when I was making this video, was for the cheapest PC to be the like best bang for your buck by far. I mean, it's not like the performance of this gaming PC is bad. It's just like 150 FPS for a PC that costs $1,000 is kind of not the best. You know what I mean? Okay, this is a moment of truth. When I go onto high settings, how does the PC perform? On high settings on the $500 gaming PC, we were getting 70 FPS, and it looks like it's barely higher here. It's like 80 to 90, which is not like as much higher as I would have expected or wanted at all, because yeah, I mean, it's maybe 100, so it's like 30 to 40. Actually, okay, wait, no, it's sometimes hitting 120, so that's actually kind of good. But yeah, to be honest, I don't think this PC is really the best PC that you could build for $1,000. And I mean, it kind of is just like aesthetically looking really nice. Okay, wait, actually, we were just hitting 130 FPS, so I kind of have to take that back a little bit. But yeah, honestly, what I really like is this kind of just does prove that you don't need to spend a bunch of money to get a good gaming PC, especially if you're just going to be gaming on like low settings, because on low settings, you only need like a really good CPU and just like a decent GPU, and then you're kind of just good just like that. And the thing is, we're literally using about like 70 to 80% of our GPU and about 90% of our CPU, so we're low-key maxing out the Ryzen 5 in here. We've had a Ryzen 5 in every single one of the PCs. We've just had a different gen of them. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, dude, the performance on the $1,000 gaming PC is a little bit disappointing, if I'm being completely honest. Like, yeah, it's getting like 150 to 100 FPS, but for 4 times the price of the $250 gaming PC and double the price of the $500 one, I think the performance isn't really that much better, where I would really justify the extra cost. Don't get me wrong, the performance is clearly better. You're probably getting a much better like quality PC that's gonna last a lot longer as well. Okay, this guy's like 1 HP here. Yo, oh my gosh, I'm like 1 HP now. Yo, oh my gosh, this guy's 1 HP. Okay, nice, man. Okay, I probably should not have taken that 50-50. All right, we were getting getting like 40 FPS when we went on epic settings with the $500 gaming PC. So if I go on epic settings with this one, definitely way better. So it seems like this gaming PC, oh, and we're about to die. It seems like this gaming PC is only a lot better if you're gonna be gaming on like ultra or like high settings. So if you're playing Fortnite on high settings, or you're playing games like Hogwarts Legacy more casually, or even especially I would say Call of Duty Warzone, since that's a very GPU intensive game, then spending more money on a gaming PC like this is definitely worth it, because it actually is getting way better performance. We're actually getting like 100 FPS now compared to like 40 FPS on actually 120 FPS on high settings. So this is actually way better. But yeah, that kind of is the only advantage if you're playing games on like really high settings. Otherwise, I would just say it's better to save your money and get one of the other gaming PCs, because you'll be way better off with that. Okay, this guy's actually a tryhard, bro. Dude, this guy's actually a sweat for no reason. I'm so dead. There's literally no way I survived this. Yup, I'm so dead. GG. GG, man. I'm just gonna heal up and try and run away. Come on, get me out. Oh my gosh, I'm literally 1 HP. I'm gonna get shot out the air. I'm definitely getting shot out the air. How am I still alive? Oh my gosh. Okay, I mean, hey, we actually might be able to do good this game. We're getting 100 FPS even though we're on max settings. Like 120. Okay, wait. Yeah, never mind. Okay, I actually just completely switched my thoughts on this gaming PC. It actually is really, really good if you're gaming on like max settings. But if you're on low settings, just save your money and get one of the cheaper PCs. But I do know a lot of people like to play games like Warzone, which is a very GPU intensive game, or just other GPU intensive games in general. So yeah, that's where spending more money and getting like a $1,000 gaming PC does make sense. Otherwise, I would literally just say save your money. Okay, seriously though, how is the FPS like barely different at all between low and high settings on this PC? This gaming PC is just literally insane for high settings, and that's pretty much it. I'm not even joking. Also, the temperature of the actual CPU has literally been so good. Okay, this guy's definitely an easy kill. There's another guy pushing me right here. Come on, I know you want to fight me, bro. Come here. Oh, and there's another guy right on my back. Oh my gosh, there's so many guys. I'm definitely dead. I'm getting shot in my back. I'm definitely dead. Oh my, how am I alive? How am I alive right now? Okay, that guy's literally 0 ping. Bro, and he has 13 kills, so he's just a tryhard. Overall, spending more money on a PC definitely does get you a better gaming PC, but depending on what you plan to use the PC for, you might only need $250. And for only $25, you can completely transform your gaming setup with a Elevate Culture gaming mouse pad, which are my own mouse pads I just launched, so make sure to check it out by searching up elevateculture.co or with the link in the description. But 80% of you guys that watch my videos are not subbed, and we're so close to 1 million subs, so make sure to drop a sub. More importantly, remember Jesus loves you, and that's about it. God bless.